I'm here with Deep from Concord Function Centre in Mandaps in Sydney. I'm going to talk to Deep today about some considerations you need to have if you're having a Hindu wedding ceremony specifically, because they are very unique ceremonies and there's a lot of elements involved that are different from other traditions. I'm going to ask Deep, in terms of wedding venues, what do you need to consider when you're planning a Hindu wedding ceremony at any particular venue in Sydney?
Specifically with Indian wedding Hindu ceremonies, we obviously need a mandap. And with the mandap, we need a bit of space to work around with. When you go and choose a venue for that, it's really important that you actually have a look around and see how much space you really need. More than just the space of the mandap, you also need a space where photographers, video people, and of course the staff can service that area around the whole mandap itself. So don't be restricted with just the size of the mandap and great, we've got a 6x9 and we've got 6x9 space and off we go. We need more than that from a venue. The second really important thing is obviously a fire. Yeah, not all venues allow a fire in their venue. Understandably, obviously there's risks involved, etc., etc. The first question you should be asking: would you allow a small fire ceremony to be allowed in the venue before the event starts or during the event itself? The third really important aspect is in terms of the mandap itself. There's a lot of logistics that have to get involved to get the mandap on site, and you have to check with the venue if they allow that sort of thing. And there could be simple things like parking. Now, if the mandap guys have to park a kilometre away and walk their mandap over, that's going to turn out to be a logistical nightmare. And the mandap will need a lot of time to set up. So all these logistics have to be playing a big part in terms of the setup of the mandap and essentially executing on the day itself. Another really important thing is if you're having a wedding outdoors, to make sure there's no fire ban in that area for obvious reasons. A lot of Hindu wedding ceremonies require a horse or would like a horse. So essentially to ensure there's enough space and how you're going to plan the arrival of the barat and where they're going to be, maybe it plays a massive part. If they're going to have to go through a major road, then that will cause a massive disruption. You don't want a Slim Mahaja style scenario where you're on the news the next day. So essentially, yes, we can arrange the horse. We put that together as part of the game, but ensuring all the approvals are in place and whatnot. Sometimes, particularly areas of the city, need to have approvals through the council rather than just having a horse walk down the middle of George Street. So that's really important as well.
Obviously, we've been to many Hindu weddings and some have theatre style seating, some have round tables, some have a mix of both. How do you approach your venue and ensure that they can accommodate the style? And also, are there benefits to having theatre style versus round tables only versus a mix of both?
The way that people pay most attention to your function is theatre style. And that stops any fidgeting, glasses, cutlery, crockery, tables, all that sort of thing being in place, and then them playing around with it and grabbing drinks and, oh my God, I dropped the Coke. It's a nightmare. If they're sitting theatre style, the MC just makes a small announcement, turn your mobile phones off and pay attention. And that proves to be pretty successful. However, this also makes a massive difference depending on the timing of the event. Sometimes a priest says, okay, I'm only giving you a half an hour gap, or the wedding only has to take place between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and you don't have enough time to do a whole changeover or change over the venue.